Hello and welcome back to the channel today for another live match watch along. Hull City taking on Watford in a rearranged fixture, the Ice Derby, if you want to call it that. I'm having a few issues getting Sky Sports Plus up in front of me. If it's still not working by kickoff, I've got a different way to watch the game. But yeah, looking forward to this one. A huge match for us. It is the game in hand. If we win this, it gives us a chance to salvage what has been a pretty poor January so far. And yeah, Charlie Daniels, Daniel Gosling, and Adrian Mariappa in charge of the Golden Boys today. I'm feeling quite down. I'm not very motivated to watch the Hornets at the moment. But yeah, here we go. Exciting stuff. We'll take you through the starting 11 now. Egil Selvik in goal, Jeremy Ngakia at right back, James Abankwah, partners Stefan Mfuni, the 17-year-old from Manchester City, makes his first start. You can also see the team below me there. Mark Boller, of course, is in at left back. Imran Luza, Non-Police Mendy and Edu Kayembe look to make up a midfield three. I'm assuming it's a 4-3-3 that we've gone with today. Georgie Shakhtar, it looks like, over on the left-hand side. Othmane Mama on the right. And Mamadou Doumbia up front. So a few changes. A change of system as well, which I find really interesting. And yeah, let's see what happens. Really excited for this. As I said, I'm struggling slightly with my Sky tonight, but if it's not working by kickoff, I've got a different way of watching the game, so do not worry. Got a couple more minutes to go until we get underway at the MKM Stadium. Aha, there we go. We're working now. I've got the match on in front of me. Perfecto. Let's take a look at live chat. VJ says nothing against Hull City, but they cheated us and deserve a really good thumping. I'm confident that we can pull this off. 3-1 to Watford. Chak, Mama and Doumbia with the goals. Charlotte says, how many Hornets fans will make it to Hull and back on a school night? I know, we've got to give a massive shout out to everyone that has travelled today. Real dedication, especially for the rearranged fixture as well. I don't know if there was complimentary food or refreshments given at the stadium. Do let us know if you are there. But yeah, massive credit to all the Hornets that went up there today. Real top work from you. What else are we saying in the live chat? CT Gaming says, come on, you Warns. VJ says, let's have some score predictions. RS has gone 2-1 to Watford. Jeffrey is in chat. ThruTube is here as well. Ted, nice to see you at the last game. Josh Lewis is here. Still 4 minutes to call it off. Yeah, that has been a running joke on social media today. Melanie, one of our channel members, is here as well. How are you, Josh, by the way? I know you're far away from Watford, of course, at the moment, so I hope you are doing well and aren't too busy. L. Clark, he says, glad to see both Mendy's back on the team sheet. Exactly that, yes. Small Mendy starting today, which is really good. And Foremost Mendy on the bench as well. What a shock that is. Yeah, Foremost Mendy back in the fold. Unbelievable stuff. And yeah, we are just about to get underway here, actually. So I'm just going to try and switch my AirPods to the match audio. Just bear with me one moment. Can I hear the game? There we go. It's on in my ears now. Perfecto. And yeah, Watford wearing the blue kit once again, the Elton John kit. I can't remember actually when we last wore our green away kit. That was one of my favourite shirts we released this season. And yeah, I think we've only worn it once or twice, which is a real shame. The camera angle very high here at Hull as well, right up towards the back of the stand. It's hard to make out who's who actually on the screen. Egil Selvik wearing his pink goalkeeper shirt. The lino just checking the goal net to make sure there's no holes. And yeah, ThruTube, you are right. 17-year-old Stefan Mfuni Oh, actually, I think there's going to be a delay to kickoff here. I know I was joking about there being a hole in the net. There actually is a hole in the goal. Oh my goodness. There is a hole in Egil Selvik's net. The lino's just gone over. He's inspecting it. I'm not sure if there's going to be a delay to kickoff here, ladies and gentlemen. There is a hole in the net. I think we're waiting for someone to come over and mend it with cable ties, potentially. This is hilarious. So we had the whole postponement, and now we've got a hole in Egil Selvik's net. Unbelievable. You couldn't make it up. You could not make it up. There is a hole in the goal. There is a hole in the goal. So yeah, a delay to kickoff here. FreeTube says, cool it off. I know. So yeah, the players just kicking the ball amongst themselves at the moment. What a disaster. What a disaster this is. Absolutely hilarious. And yeah, it looks like there's some Hull City ground staff here mending the hole. Egil Selvik's gone over to assist them. What a farce. Josh says that's got to mean a forfeit win to Watford, right? I don't think so, Josh. They're mending it up now. I mean, why was this not identified before kickoff? I mean, the Hull City Stadium team, what a joke they are. Postponed for a little bit of ice last time around the dugout, and now we've got a delayed kickoff due to a hole in the net. Yeah, it's just a couple of people here putting some black cable ties around the goal. Richard says, evening, James. Evening, Richard. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so we've got a broken goal here at Hull. We're just waiting for it to get underway. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. David says, have you employed a manager yet? Not quite, David. Still on the hunt. In terms of the managerial search as well, what are you guys thinking at the moment? Obviously, Marty Cifuentes was the early favourite. Will Still was in there. Russell Martin as well. Well, kind of the top three contenders when you look at the bookies odds. So, yeah, interesting. I don't think I would want any of them three personally. Certainly not Cifuentes and Russell Martin. Will Still, I do like as a person. I think he has a lot of potential, but you know, Watford's not the place for a project manager to grow and develop. Okay, so it looks like we are going to get underway here. And we are underway. Let's press play on the timer. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie Daniels, Adrian Mariappa, and Dan Gosling taking charge of the Golden Boys today, wearing the blue Elton John kit. The kit we were only meant to wear on one occasion has been brought out many times throughout the season. Here come Watford actually down the left-hand side early on. Georgie Shaffertatse on the ball. Hull City regain possession. My screen's over to the left today this time, so if you see me looking over this way, that is why. I do apologise. Usually I'm face on here. I thought I would change the angle slightly. Usually I do my videos facing kind of the wall behind me there, but it's nice to get the FA Cup Watford shirt in the background. And yeah, Ollie McBurney starting up front for Hull City today as well. What a challenge that is for Stefan Mfuni, the 17-year-old on loan from Manchester City. Nearly 18, I do have to clarify. I think he's a week or so away from his 18th birthday. But yeah, as Watford posted earlier on social media, he's the youngest starter for us since Nathaniel Chalobah in 2012, I believe. That's an astonishing statistic. And here are Watford having a good spell of early possession. Ball over to this right-hand side. Off-man Mama looking to get past his man. It goes out to touch. No, it doesn't. It stays in, and it's kept in by Jeremy Ngakia. And here is Jezza. Early ball into the box. Well defended by Hull. And it does go out for a Watford throw. Fast start by the Hornets today. Josh says, not seen a single manager you would take personally. Get Tony Mowbray in to continue the cycle. You know what, Josh? You are right. I think we are due kind of a Brexit, old school English manager, aren't we? We've tried a promotion specialist in Paolo. We've brought back an old manager in Javi. Do you guys agree? Is it time for, for another, Chris Wilder type at Watford? Potentially so. It's just a circus, isn't it? I mean, I've had my rants now. If you want to hear my, immediate reaction to Javi's press conference and his resignation, you can go back and watch the videos on the channel. But yeah, I don't have the energy to moan about that today. I want to forget about it for the next hour or so and focus on the football. And you are right, actually. Yeah, if Hull City beat us today, they can have a proper go at them top 2 places. Charlotte says, bring back Nigel Pearson. I'm not sure he'd ever work for Gino Pozzo again. Do you guys remember with Pearson, there was always rumours about some scrap he had with Adam Messina. Apparently they had like a punch up in the changing room or something. I don't know if there's any truth to that whatsoever, but yeah, Nigel Pearson was certainly an interesting character, wasn't he, at Watford? I really liked him. I really liked Chris Wilder as well when he was here. So yeah, I do think we are due kind of another, English manager potentially. Eugene says, thoughts on Watford's deadline day signings, James? Well, we were very busy on deadline day. Lots of incomings and outgoings. Musa Sissoko left. Very pleased about that. I am still watching the game, by the way, as well, but there's nothing too intense happening at the moment. Yes, Sissoko left. Morris left to join Daniel Batman at Leyton Orient. Here's Off-Man Mama down the right-hand side. I'm going to interrupt myself here. Mama goes past his man. Georgie Shafatatse, edge of the box. Over to Mark Bowler. Bowler, nice pass inside to Loser. Loser playing quite advanced, actually. Here's Kayembe. Going to shoot from distance. Back to Georgie. Non-police Mendy seems to be the deeper of the 3 midfielders today. And it does look like a 4-3-3 to me, at least on first impressions anyway. Watford having a nice spell of possession, though. As I said, the season, as much as we are a circus, the season is salvageable. The club statement, I thought, was a bit of a joke. But, Watford were right in saying that we have the game in hand. We're only 4 points off the playoffs, 17 games left. They are right in saying that we can still achieve our goals. But the way we go about it, for me, is not right. It's not morally right. I'm going off on a tangent again. You know what I mean. Alex Stewart-Smith. Hello, Alex. Hope you're good. James, would you take Troy Deeney to manage us? I love Troy. I think he is a legend. I've got a few signed photos of Troy around the house. Here's Kayembe, sorry, just to interrupt myself. Has a shot from distance. It's blocked. Watford retain possession. Yeah, look, I love Troy, but I think after his spell at Forest Green Rovers, I don't think he's quite cut out for management. But of course, that's just first impressions. But yeah, maybe in some sort of coaching role, if, let's say, Charlie Daniels was to get the job full-time in that scenario, I wouldn't be opposed to that. He knows the club. He knows how we operate. It's not a huge surprise to him, with the high turnover of managers. So, yeah, that's my long-winded answer of saying no, Alex. I wouldn't have him as kind of a full-time head coach. But, yeah, in a coaching role with someone else, I think that could work at some point. I can't actually see how many people are tuned in. If anyone can let me know, do type in the live chat. If you are new around here as well, don't forget to subscribe. We've been getting loads of views lately on the channel, understandably so, given our current situation around the club. It's been very hectic for me. I've been looking at my phone non-stop over the past couple of weeks. So from a personal level, I'm glad the transfer window's over. Hull City fans shouting for a penalty there. I think Ngakia was in a duel, but I think he won that very fairly. Thank you. 83 watching. Good numbers on a Tuesday night. A lot of the action coming down Off-Man Mama's side here. He gets the ball into the box. Again, well defended by Hull City. Furry Garu says, Borough fan in piece here, hoping you can put the freeze on Hull's form tonight. Yeah, they've been on top form actually. It's polar opposites actually when you look at Hull City and Watford since that postponed match. We've dipped right off a cliff and they've shot right up the table. And if they win today, as people have discussed, it's a real opportunity for them to mount a charge on them promotion places. And by all accounts, Hull City had a great transfer window as well. I wonder if there's a way for me to... Can I do that? Yeah, okay. Charlotte says, don't mention Roy Hodgson. Oh, could you imagine? Or Kike Sanchez Flores coming back for a third spell. I'm not sure many people would be too pleased with that. I wouldn't put it past Watford, though. Anything can happen under Gino Pozzo. Good start here for Watford, actually. We've been the more dominant side in possession. Hull City not really having too many touches on the ball. Ollie McBurney had an early run in behind, but Egil Selvik claimed that quite comfortably. It's been pretty placid so far is what I'll say. No attempts on target for either side. Corner for Watford. This is exciting. Oh dear. Taken short into Mama. Georgie with the ball in, headed clear by Hull. So Hughes clears for Hull City. Wow, Blackburn beating Sheffield Wednesday. Here's Kayembe. David says Gareth Southgate would be great. I don't think Watford could afford Gareth Southgate, and I'm not sure he'd want to work with Pozzo and Duxbury and Nani. I'm not sure that is Southgate's style. To be honest with you, I don't think Gareth Southgate will ever work again in football. I mean, let me know if you agree, but he did really well with England, and I'm not sure he'd want to tarnish his reputation. I could see him potentially going to a Manchester United if the project was right, but no, I don't think Gareth Southgate will ever work again in football. I mean, he's relatively local to Watford, I believe. I think he was born quite locally to the stadium, Gareth Southgate. Oh dear. It's just underwhelming, isn't it? It's hard to get excited about Watford at the moment. Even if we score today, for example, it's obviously it's great for like Gosling and Charlie Daniels, but I still don't know where we go from here. I'm sure from tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll start to learn more about who are the real favourites for the jobs. Of course, you can't read too much into the bookies' odds at the moment for the Watford manager, but as we discussed earlier, it was kind of Cifuentes and Will still as the favourites. Russell Martin in the mix as well, from the sounds of it. All quite underwhelming, you could argue, other than Will still. So, yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. I really don't. Rudy's in chat. Hello, Rudy. Hope you're well. What do you think to the current shambles, Rudy? Do you let us know? Were you happy to hear that Javi had resigned? I know some people were of that opinion. We had the Javi Gracia kind of bombshell statement last night as well. That was interesting to read. A real long kind of letter to the supporters from Javi Gracia. Get a Xabi Alonso. I love Xabi Alonso, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I'm not sure Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp would even get a tune out of this current group of Watford players. Look, we've had moments this season, as I said before, that the Christmas period was very good. That 4-game winning run, the Leicester City result as well was fantastic. Hull City win a corner. Good play down the left-hand side. Yeah. It's an odd one. My feed's just gone off. What's happened here? It's going to refresh my my Sky Sports app. Video unavailable. As Hull City are about to take a corner. I hope that's not a bad omen. Here we go. Let's refresh. Hull City, Watford. Are we back on? We're back. We're back. That is true, Melanie, I suppose. I mean, it is a very attractive job, is what I'll say. You know, the team is in a good league position, but, you know, we are viewed as an easy payday, aren't we? Here's Hull City with their corner. They take it short as well. This could be a goal. Oh, what an opportunity. Probably should have scored there. Real good defending by Watford. Joe Geldhart with the opportunity. I mean, who got the block in for the Hornets? Let's have a look here. So the short corner taken. I think it was Loser, actually, who put enough pressure on Geldhart in the end. And, yeah, that's a Watford goal kick. Well done, Imran. Charlotte says, still gutted. Javi is gone. He just didn't need the hassle. That is a fair point. But then why take the job in the first place? You have to ask that. Of course, he knew what he was getting himself into. Gino Pozzo and Scott Duxbury knew what Javi was like as a manager. They knew and were aware that he didn't play wingers. He was rigid in his formation. And, you know, we shouldn't be surprised, really, to be in this situation. Charlotte says, fair dues for standing up for himself and telling the Pozzos what he thought. Absolutely, I'm fully on board with your point there. Oh dear. So 15 minutes or so gone. Again, it's not been too entertaining so far, really. I've got to say, it's been quite a tepid championship affair. James Abankwah on the ball. Loser now forward to Mark Boller in quite an advanced position down the left-hand side. Yeah, I do agree, Charlotte. It didn't feel genuine, did it? I think we've heard so many lies and so much spin from the club, especially since our last relegation from the Premier League, that I just don't believe a word they say. How Scott Duxbury can sit there, you know, season in, season out, you know, doing statement after statement, speaking absolute nonsense. You know, I don't know. I don't know how the guy sleeps at night, actually, to be honest with you. You know, he's ruined our club. And look, if Gino Pozzo hired a new CEO, we wouldn't be in a better position. But, you know, it's an easy paycheck for Scott Duxbury, regardless of what he says. Gino Pozzo, you know, seems to overrule him. So, yeah, we're a funny club. Funny old club. Fellows has gone for a 3-0 Watford win. I'm liking that positivity. We need to get the goal difference up as well. We've taken a few hits to our goal difference, which yeah, needs to be rectified, I reckon. Here's Ngakia, poor cross from him. Again, Hull City defend relatively comfortably. I do apologise if I'm not as energetic today, but as I said, I'm really struggling to find kind of the hype and motivation to get excited about our club at the moment. Here's Georgie Shapfatatse through the middle. Small Mendy on the ball. Off man Mama. Lovely ball in behind by Georgie, and a poor cross into the box by Mama. And that's a foul. Hull City have a free kick. You know, I was hoping, Fwog, just reading your comment, that at the very last moment they might consider sending Max Elaine back to us. But yeah, I never thought there was a real possibility of that happening. Let's see what Stephen and Fooney's like. I've not actually noticed him too much in this first half so far, which I suppose is a good thing. If a centre-back goes unnoticed, they tend to have a very good game, in my opinion. So, yeah, I've barely seen him touch the ball, to be fair, so far in Fooney. Yeah, absolutely, Melanie. I just think it's one final roll of the dice, isn't it? I think Gino needs the promotion to kind of meet his valuation of the club. He's got a very high price that needs to be paid, and no one is going to meet that as it stands anyway in the championship. So yeah, promotion very much crucial for the future of Gino Pozzo at Watford. Again, another poor delivery, free kick wasted. Mm-hmm. Hull City, ball forward to McBurney. What a head down that is by Ollie McBurney. And Hull City looking to counter attack now. That's a poor pass though, and they're just on the halfway line. Watford regroup. He's a good strike, McBurney, isn't he? I don't think Watford would ever go for a profile like him, really. We've got three very similar strikers at the club, haven't we? Luca, Doumbia, Semedo, all quite tall, left-footed. McBurney has everything. He can run in behind. He's physical. He can score a header. He can hold up the ball. Yeah, I think it'd be perfect, but we just never go after kind of these proven championship players, do we? We always just sign, punts from abroad, and don't get me wrong, sometimes they pay off, but yeah, we're screaming out for someone like Ollie McBurney in our team. Josh says thoughts on our final signings. St Etienne seem glad to get rid of Pierre Ekwa. Yeah, I've not spoken about him today. An interesting one. Clearly, Josh is a player who has some attitude problems, you could argue, just reading what we've seen online. He refused to play for St Etienne this season because of their relegation from the French First Division, which is not a good look. I would hope Watford have done character references and due diligence on that signing, because we don't want to be stuck with him in a couple of years with kind of a nasty player refusing to play. So I can't judge him too much. He's never put on a Watford shirt, Josh, of course, but the early signs are on top form. He's a really good defensive midfielder. Obviously has experience within the Football League as well, which is always good for us. I think we have been screaming out for that. How much football he plays, we'll have to wait and see. I know he's obviously not played for St Etienne this season, so yeah, Pierre Ekwa, an intriguing one, Josh. Here's Ngakia, comes inside, Loser shoots. Oh, what a chance by Imran Loser. They're screaming for a corner. I thought the Watford players were claiming for a penalty then. Yeah, Loser's saying his shot took a deflection. He's furious at the referee. He's waving his hands around in the air. Let's watch it back on the replay. Great play all round. And it did take a deflection, actually. Imran Loser's right. I think it was going on target. And yeah, the referee gets that wrong. Watford should have had a corner. Instead, it's a Hull City goal kick. Our best opportunity of the game so far. Great play down the right-hand side. And yeah, Imran Loser, unfortunately not scoring on that occasion. Yeah, it does seem like that way, Melanie. Unfortunately, look, let's not judge the player. He's never played for us, but yeah, St Etienne fans were very pleased to see the back of him. Here's Georgie Shaffatazzi. Oh, what a shot by Georgie. Oh my God. Huge save. Huge save by Pandor in goal for Hull City. What a shot. That was flying into the top corner. And Georgie usually doesn't do well from these positions, but he unleashes a great strike of his left foot. And Ivan Pandor in goal, forced into a wonderful kind of fingertip save there. And the corner comes in for Watford. And that's a massive opportunity again. Who was that with the header? I think it was young Stephen Mfuni from Manchester City at the near post, heading wide. What a chance that was. Watford, in the past few minutes, could have easily gone ahead. And yes, Stephen Mfuni does well actually, running in at that near post. And they're just showing a Georgie Shaffatazzi chance now. The shot on his left foot. What a save that is by Pandor in goal. Wow. Yeah, he hasn't scored for ages. Has he? I don't think he's scored this season, Charlotte, has he? I think we'd have to go all the way back to last season for the last Georgie Shaffatazzi goal. Yeah, that was a good spell actually. A few nice opportunities there for the Golden Boys to go ahead. If you are new to the channel as well, don't forget to subscribe. We'll bring you all of the latest Watford news and information, previews, reactions, watch-alongs, interviews. I really enjoy talking to Luca Bendoni about transfers in the window as well. That's kind of one of the favourite videos I've done so far this season. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's totally free to do. And as VJ said in the live chat, leave us a big thumbs up on the stream too. It really does help us out. I tell you what, my AirPods, like I'll talk for 5 minutes and they'll slowly fall out of my ears. I think my ears are too big, to tell you the truth. And Watford have a chance to counter here. Here's Georgie Shaffatazzi. It's a 2v2. Georgie off Mane Mama. And Hull City recover well. They've got players behind the ball now. Here's Kayembe. Kayembe to loser. Small Mendy. Out wide to off Mane Mama. Oh, Kayembe. Lovely back heel to Imran. Is Imran going to unleash a shot? He passes out wide to Georgie. I'm feeling this is going to be a goal. Oh, Doumbia looks to get his head on it. Well defended again. Hull City under the cosh in the last few minutes, I'm going to say. Really exciting stuff, though. Positive from Watford. Here's Loser. Looks like Imran Loser has been given more of a free role, actually. I felt under Javi Gracia, he was very, of course, as we know, quite rigid in his formation. Loser would stay quite deep, drop in between the centre-backs when needed as well. Whereas today, he's finding himself in and around Hull City's penalty area much more. And as we saw early on in the season, I do feel that is where he is most effective. He's got a goal in him. He went on that fantastic run where he scored kind of 4 or 5 in a row. And yeah, he's massively dropped off in recent times. And maybe that was partly down to Javi Gracia and his change of system. So yeah, good to see Loser in more advanced positions. Borough fan here, do appreciate your content and it helps give you a perspective of Watford for your podcast. No problem, really appreciate that, and we welcome everyone here, not just Watford fans, even Luton. We've had a few Luton fans in here before, and yeah, we're a friendly bunch, so everyone is welcome. And it was great to meet as well. A big shout out to Nav and Aria, who I met at Vicarage Road in the last match. I posted the photo I had with them on social media earlier today. I'll see if I can get it up on my phone now, actually. Lovely people, and they watch here on YouTube as well. Here we are. What a lovely photo this is as well. Aria celebrating his birthday. I apologise. I don't know how old you were turning, Aria, but yeah, it's nice to meet you at Vicarage Road, even though we, of course, lost to Swansea in the end. So yeah, I'm actually going to take a look at the table as well because obviously Borough fans are a bit worried about Hull City at the moment. I mean, how many points are there separating you? So yeah, Coventry on 58 points, Borough on 58 points, Hull City on 54, and then Watford all the way down on 44. So if Watford win today, we'll go within a point of Wrexham. And if Hull City win today, of course, that'll take them just a point away from Borough, I believe. So yeah, important for everyone involved in the playoff and promotion race. Alfie says best fans in the championship. It's hard for me to say because I suppose I'm just judging them on the best. I suppose your question, Alfie, really is who are the best away fans to come to Vicarage Road, right? I actually thought Swansea were very loud at the weekend. Millwall as well, of course, make a racket. Best fans to come to Vicarage Road. I don't know actually. I'll have to think about that. I'll come back to you later in the stream if I remember. But yeah, Millwall were up there. I've got to say they were proper going for it when they come to Vicarage Road a few weeks ago. Hobby Town says watching it on Sky, as am I, of course. Why do we look totally different? Why do we look totally different? And that I'm not quite sure I understand your question there, Hobby Town. I don't know if you want to rephrase that potentially. Yeah, I don't understand your question, bud. Mel says loser was awful on Saturday, and I speak as a loser super fan. Looks better today. Yeah, as I said, I just feel he's being pushed in. He's been pushed up into a more advanced position. It certainly looks like we are in kind of a 4-3-3 or 4-3-2-1 system today, which is different to how Javi played. Javi he started 4-4-2, he went to 4-2-3-1, and then in the end, before his resignation, he kind of reverted back to that 4-4-2. So yeah, I think loser playing in a more advanced position is just much better for everyone, Melanie, I would say. I get you now, Hobby Town. Yeah, it does look that way, but of course we've only played half an hour, and Hull City do have firepower on their bench as well. So let's see how the rest of the match goes. But the early signs are looking good. We're dominating possession. We've had more shots than Hull. We've had more shots on target, and also more touches in the opposition box. Them statistics just flashed up on Sky Sports. So yeah, we've been the better side so far, which is yeah, certainly better than it has been in the past month or so. Do they not show the match in America then, Duckfather? I thought you were able to access all of the championship games. I think you have. Is it ESPN you have over there where you watch the football? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's certainly cheaper to watch football in America. Like with all the packages we have in the UK, Amazon, TNT, Sky Sports. I'm probably missing one out there, I'm sure as well. Yeah, it gets very pricey. We only have Sky in our house. We don't pay for TNT. When Watford were in the Premier League, we had TNT Sports. But of course, they don't have championship games. So yeah, we stopped paying for that in the end. Paramount Plus. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. So Paramount Plus must be your version of like Sky Sports Plus, because in the UK we're watching the game on Sky Sports Plus today. Mr. Watford Boy says, hello, what have I missed? Not too much. It's still 0-0, of course. A few chances for the Hornets, though. Stephen Mfuni, the centre-back from Manchester City, had a decent attempt at the near post. He put that wide. Imran Loser as well had a shot from distance. Georgie Shafatatse forced Panda or Pandir, however you pronounce his name, in the Hull City net. He forced him into a save. So yeah, we've been the better side, Watford boy, is how I'll sum it up. I do utilise an international IP address quite often, Fwog. Do not worry. I already have that tactic. Boller looks to deliver a ball into the box. It's unsuccessful, but it falls back to him and he retains possession. Here's Georgie looking to get past his man. Georgie does well here, looking to thread a pass in behind. Here's Mfuni. The Hornets house is in chat. Hello, Callum. Hope you're well. And yeah, let us know your thoughts and opinions, Callum, on everything that's happened in the past few days. Here's Loser into Kayembe. Here's Bowler. Off man Mama. Poor touch from Mama. He should have shot first time really on the half volley. Jeremy and Gaki are pushing up really high in this first half as well. Watford very aggressive in their play so far. That's fair. That is fair, Callum. Oh, Jerry Sudworth is in chat. Let's see what Jerry says. Of course, if you're regular viewers of the channel, you'll know that Jerry is a Wildstone fan. He's popped up. What's Jerry said today? Jerry says, seriously, hoping that Watford get an absolute battering here today. I've had enough of seeing them in the Championship. They belong in the National League with Wildstone. Then I could watch us batter you. Well, thank you, Jerry, for your comment once again. We really appreciate your love and support. Yeah, you hope that Watford get battered and that we get relegated to the National League. Really positive affirmations there from Jerry Sudworth. Jerry also says, James, have you decided if you're up for that pint one day? I hate Watford, but I like you. Is this like a date, Jerry? Are you offering me to go out on like a one-to-one date for a pint? I'm joking. Look, Jerry, if Watford ever play Wildstone at Vicarage Road, then give me a message, and I'm sure we can arrange something. But but yeah, thank you for getting in touch. Appreciate that. Alfie says stream's not working. Thought I'd pop in. Hello, Alfie. Hope you're good. Yeah, my Sky Sports was having issues earlier. Actually, it is working now. Hobby Town says pub crawl with Jerry. For sure. All airtime. Why are we actually playing good football? I know it's positive. It's not too bad. It does make you wonder what Habby was doing potentially. It just seemed like he was very tired towards the end of his job. Obviously, there must have been a lot of noise from those above him, and given his age and previous health problems, it just seems like he's gone, you know what, F this, I'm out of here. And, you know, Javi Gracia is probably back in Malaga already. That's I think that's where he lives, Malaga, yeah. So it's a shame it ended that way, but again, no real surprise to me, because from top to bottom, the people who run our club, you know, are a shambles, and I've said that hundreds of times over the years. You know, I'll praise them when they do good things. I was really happy with the Eduardo Bove signing, but, you know, the way they treat staff and managers isn't good. VJ with the super sticker. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Smiley face from VJ. Poor touch from Mamadou Doumbia. It looks like Doumbia's had a bit of a haircut, actually. Josh says the whole fans sound annoyed, exactly where we want them. Bit of a poor attendance, actually, at the MKM Stadium today. I thought, given their current form, they might have Might have been more people there, but yeah, it's not for me to talk about attendance. The Watford attendance at Vicarage Road in the past few weeks has been dire. So yeah, in fact, I retract my point entirely. Fair play to all the Hull fans that have gone. Yes, it's a shame to see Vicarage Road no longer sold out. I remember back in the Premier League days when I was growing up, there would rarely be an empty seat. When Manchester United and Liverpool rocked up to town. But yeah, nowadays, especially for the midweek matches as well, I've noticed it gets very empty, which is a real shame. Has Mfuni been given a yellow card? Well, I haven't noticed that, but potentially off camera, or if I wasn't concentrating, he may have done. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he hasn't. So I don't know if that's a mistake or not. But yeah, if I were you, Barry, I would trust what the BBC say. I assume I've probably missed it on my end. Katrina Dennis says, I'm going to watch Watford away at Bristol City on Friday, 27th of Feb. I'm actually in London that day for a concert, so no watch along for the Bristol City game, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm in London at a concert, so yeah, enjoy that, Katrina. Hopefully we can get the win for you. Watford boy says that looks like my old bedroom. Well, we moved into this house back in, when did we move here? It was a long time ago, well over 10 years ago, and the previous owner was this Japanese lady, and the house, I think her family were quite wealthy. The house was brought for her as like a wedding present or something. And yeah, when we first moved in when I was younger, the whole house was like, it was like Asia themed. We had to take all the wallpaper down, redo all the lights. So yeah, unless you're Japanese, Watford boy, I don't think this is your old house, buddy, I'm afraid. Yeah, I must have missed that, Alison. Obviously, I have to talk to you guys in chat as well. So yeah, I must have missed Infuni's yellow card, but I think it's been solid so far. I don't think it's really made too many mistakes at all. Katrina says you live in Devon, so yeah, that's probably easier for you to get to the Bristol game. Who's your concert, James? I'm going to see Ray at the O2, which I'm really looking forward to. Tom's here. Good morning and evening, James. How are we looking? Tom, hello. Nice to meet you at Vicarage Road a few weeks ago, or a couple of weeks ago, I should say. Yeah, I hope you've recovered from your jet lag now back in Sydney. How are we looking? We're looking good, Tom. We're looking good. It's been very positive, certainly better than what we've seen in the past 3 or 4 games under Javi Gracia. I don't want to be the commentator's curse, so I'll shut up. But yeah, 5 minutes to go until half time. Doumbia does well here to hold up the ball. Yeah, we're looking good. Looking good, Tom. Thank you, Katrina. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I've met so many of you at Vicarage Road in the past few weeks. Tom from Australia. Obviously, the 2 guys I showed you earlier, Nav and his son at the last game. I had a picture on the stairs going up to my seat as well. It's very nice to meet you all at Vicarage Road. We just need the goal. We just need the goal. We've been, I mean, it's a classic tale of Watford. We're so good at everything else other than that pass, that final pass in the final third. That's been our issue today. There's Charlie Daniels on the touchline getting soaked. The weather at Hull isn't any better than it is down at Watford. They're showing the away fans actually at the moment. Can I recognise anyone there? Oh, there you go. I can see someone I know. That's quite funny. I was going to take a picture, but yeah, it's gone off screen now. Not yours, mate. No. Yeah. As I said, the previous owner to this house was this Japanese lady, And yeah, it was brought for her as like a wedding gift by her rich parents or something. I'm not quite sure around the backstory, but yeah, Watford boy. Unless you had like a Japanese partner, it's not your old house. It's not your old house. Corner to Watford. Here we go. Corner to Watford just before half time. Alex says, I feel like Hull City might get the first goal. Alex, come on, we need positivity. We need positive energy only in the live chat. I never actually did a score prediction before the game, so I'm going to say one now, and I'm going to go Watford 2, Hull City 1. 2-1 to the Orns is what my score prediction is. All right, corner to Watford. Imran Loser out to take it. Loser's putting on a pair of black gloves as well. Maybe his fingers are getting a little bit cold. So it's going to be an in-swinger from Imran Loser. Let's hope he can find the head of a Watford player. Loser takes it towards the back post. It's headed down, cleared by Hull. And it's back in by Loser towards the back post. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. Who was that at the back post? I think it was Mfuni again. Our young loanee from Manchester City. He just couldn't get it on target. What a delivery that was by Loser on the second attempt. So yeah, Imran takes the corner. It's defended by Hull. Comes back out to him. He puts the ball to the back stick. Ah, massive chance for Stefan Mfuni. I tell you what, he really likes to attack balls from them set-piece situations. Is looking much better than I thought, actually. What an opportunity for Mfuni there. Aben says, will this be a 0-0? Well, it certainly looks like it will be 0-0 at half-time. Whether it will stay that way in the second 45, only time will tell. But yeah, I'm feeling, you know what? I've got a good feeling about the second half. I don't know what it is, but I've got that kind of bubbly feeling in my stomach. I think we can do it. I think we can. I don't know how to pronounce their goalie's name properly, Charlotte. Is it Pandor? Yeah, I'm not quite sure on the pronunciation for their goalie. It's been like a panda so far, though, with the saves he's made. Should we take a look at the bench just to see? I'll tell you what, we'll do that at half-time because we've still got a couple of minutes to go here. We'll look at half-time, see who we can bring on potentially. And here's Gelhardt for Hull. Loses out, still in possession. Watford clear. And Mfuni does well. Loser. Oliver Sharp, one of our channel members, says, just got back from my drive home now, James. How are you? I'm good, Oliver. How are you? Yeah, so far so good for the Hornets, I'm going to say. We just need to stop the rut of losing, in my opinion. Well, if that's the case, David, he should have known that and done more kind of more groundwork before he took the job. I think Javi's a very intelligent guy. I'm sure he knew before he took the Watford job, David, what he was getting himself into. And Watford would have known, the other way, vice versa. We knew how he played, what tactics he used, how stubborn he was. I think it works both ways. What a save from Egil Selvik. That is a game-saving save. Does that make sense? What a stop. What a stop. So yeah, set piece comes in. It's headed down. And to be fair, Selvik probably 9 times out of 10 should be getting to that. But it is a great stop with his right hand. And Hull City have a corner. Oliver says Watford can win this 3-0. I'm loving that, Oliver. Good stuff. And the referee has blown up for half time. So Hull City not able to take that corner. That's quite odd. But Stephen and Fooney looking good. I'll take my AirPods out for the time being. Yeah, what do I think so far? We've looked bright, we've looked positive, we've looked much more on the front foot, which is important as well. I felt Javi Gracia was holding us back at times. Yeah, let me stop the timer actually. It is half time. There we go. Second half. Reset. Bam. Okay. Half time. Hull City 0. Watford 0. How are we feeling? As I said, I'm feeling good, feeling positive. A few chances in there. The most notable was Georgie Shafatatse. Really good strike from distance with his left foot, forcing the Hull goalkeeper into a save. The statistics are on screen now, actually, via Sky. 63% possession for Watford, 6 shots to 2, 1 on target for both sides. And yeah, Watford very much in attack the better side. Hull City defensively have the better numbers as well. So yeah, it's an even match so far. Looking forward to the second half. I'm just going to look on my phone now and get up the Watford substitutes just to see who we can bring on potentially to liven things up. Let's take a look. Here we go. So, who's on the bench? Of course, we have a few injury problems as well. Irank and silly suspension in the last game against Swansea. So we've got Nathan Baxter, Kevin Caben, Tom Ince. I think Tom Ince is someone who could be brought on in second half. I know he's not very inspiring, but he is kind of a consummate professional and will do what's asked of him. Luca Kiramgard, if you want to go for kind of that front two with Doumbia. Semedo is there as an option. Jeremy Petrie, Formose Mendy is on the bench. The long forgotten Formose Mendy has returned to the squad. Kwadwo Bar is on the bench. I was disappointed to not see him start, but potentially there's a fitness issue there with him. Maybe he can't play the full 90. And Jack Reeves is there as well. So yeah, plenty of firepower, even with the injuries and kind of suspension we have at the moment. So I'll leave it there. I'm going to shoot off just for a couple of minutes for a quick break. And then I'll be back with you for the second half. But as Philip says, we look like an invigorated team. Melanie was very impressed with Egil Selvic's save as well. Hobby Town says Georgie starting is a big difference. Georgie has been very good today. I will admit in recent games he hasn't been on top form. But he does look like the Georgie Shapatatse of old at Hull City today. Charlotte says in the first spell we actually had a squad of Premier League players, obviously alluding to Javi's first time at Watford. This time round we only have a handful of class players. We ought to have something to show for those stats. And Melanie says we should be winning. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. I'll be back in a few minutes as we look ahead to the second half. Hull City 0, Watford 0. A massive game for us to get back on track and salvage something from this very chaotic championship season. See you in a few. Hello, hello, hello. Can you see me and hear me? I hope you can. We're back for the second half. We should be underway again in a couple of minutes. Of course, we had that stupid delayed start because of the hole in the Watford goal. Obviously, last time at Hull we had the ice around the pitch. This time there was a gap in our net that had to be fixed with cable ties. We got underway in the end, and I have to say that the football we played was so much more positive. It was really impressive. Stefan or Stephen, I'm not sure which pronunciation it is, but yeah, Mfuni looked very impressive. It's nice to have a natural left footer in that position, even though he is young. He had two massive chances with his headers as well that he put wide. Should have done better ultimately, but I'm not going to be too harsh on a 17-year-old. I'm not that kind of guy. Georgie had a nice shot from distance with his left foot. Imran Loser had a chance deflected wide as well. So, yeah, a very positive, pleasing first half. I think it's as good as we could have hoped, really, considering our situation, the noise around the club, the injuries we have. Iran Kunda suspended as well. You know, how big of a frustration is that as well? You know, I felt Iran Kunda probably would have started today. If he wasn't suspended. I think Goslin, Maps, Charlie Daniels. I think they really like him. And is Iran Kunda suspended for 3 games? By the way, has it gone down as violent conduct, straight red card? I assume it has. So yeah, Iran Kunda will be unavailable for this weekend against Southampton and Preston away, if that's the case, which is really disappointing. Ted says, "How's the game been?" As I said, it's been pretty good. Evening all been working, so only making the second half. Stats seem promising. We look like we're taking the game to them, says Uki. Is that right? Uki? I think that's how I pronounce your name. I would agree with that, certainly. Charlotte says, exciting job for halftime, sorting your son's filthy rugby kit. Yuck. That does sound yucky. Charlotte, good luck to you. Oliver says, hey James, rate the transfer window. You can add the Javi situation to that if you want as well. I kind of did a video all about that last night, so I'm not going to go through every transfer, whether that's outgoings and incomings, but I don't think we are considerably weaker, and equally I would say I don't think we are considerably stronger, if that makes sense. Maybe that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but we have added to the squad. We brought in the Udinese centre-back, Saba Goglejidze. We brought in Eduardo Bove. Stephen Mfuni from Manchester City. These are good additions, I feel. Pierre Ekwa, obviously we've not seen him kick a ball yet, but by all accounts very highly rated when he's fit. So yeah, there's some nice additions in there. Obviously we lost Caleb Wiley, we lost Max Elaine, we lost our manager in the end as well. So yeah, if I'm to give you a rating out of 10, I think it was kind of a bang average Watford transfer window with an Udinese loanee sprinkled in there, a 6 out of 10, I would say. Pretty bog standard for us. And I think Eduardo Bove is like the cherry on top of the cake, isn't he? I think he's like a Pozzo propaganda signing, parading him around the pitch before the game, doing free shirt printing as well for Eduardo Bove. So yeah, I'd say it's an average transfer window. Oliver Duckfather says, I thought it would only be a 1-game suspension. Yeah, I'd love someone to find out for me what is the situation with Nestri Irankunda, because if it's gone down as violent conduct and a straight red, which it was, I would assume that's then a 3-game suspension. As Duckfather says, I mean, he thinks it's a 1-game ban. I don't know. I just assumed it was going to be a 3-game suspension for Nestri Irankunda. Just waiting for the players to re-emerge. As I said, we did have a delayed start to this game because of the issue with Watford's goal net, and yeah, they had to repair that before we kicked off. But yeah, positive stuff so far. Hull City have re-emerged. I'm just going to go on Twitter actually to see what other fans have been saying. Someone said here a solid first half. Yeah, someone else saying here, just lacking kind of a clinical final touch. Someone saying the Javi ball shackles are off, obviously hinting at the fact that Javi was too pragmatic and didn't go forward as much as he wanted to. Someone says here, a Mendy appreciation post for non-police Mendy in midfield, a great half from him. Yeah, again, he's probably gone unnoticed by me, is what I'll say. But yeah, a good cameo appearance so far from non-police Mendy. Duckfather says, you were right, it's a 3-game ban. Really? Where is that listed? Is that on like the EFL website? I'm not quite sure where you can find out news about suspensions. Yeah, very disappointed from Nestri Irankunda. He's always had that in him. He seems like quite an easy player to wind up, if I'm being generous. And yeah, it's a real shame to lose him for the next couple of games. Oliver says, I'm going to try and do the hospitality again like I did last year, if you remember, James. Well, I kind of remember, Oliver. Didn't you win it in some sort of like a raffle or auction? Didn't you like bid on like a raffle or something? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how you got it last year, Oliver, your hospitality. Yeah, I was gifted hospitality earlier this season actually by someone who watches the channel. We had a nice meal in the View, which is kind of over by the Rookery, that restaurant in the middle. And yeah, it was very, very nice. So yeah, if you can do hospitality, I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, the auction. How do you do that, Oliver? Is it directly through Watford that you bid on this auction? Charlotte Gibson says, I'm definitely being generous with Irankunda. He's a brawler. Yeah, I'm being nice. I'm being nice. All right, we're about to get underway here. Let me get ready to press play on the timer. And let's hope it's going to be a real positive second half for Watford with a few goals sprinkled in there as well. We've kicked off Watford shooting from right to left. So I think we are now shooting towards our own fans in this second half, which is always good. AirPods going back in so I can hear the commentary. Perfecto. Back on. We're back underway. Oh, risky there from Watford playing out from the back. Yes, send me the link actually, Oliver, on Instagram. I'd be interested to check out what that is. Rayan says, is it possible there'll be over 1.5 goals in the game? I assume you've bet some money on this, Ryan. So far, probably not. But yeah, Watford looking the more likely to score. Here's Loser with the shot. Great work by Watford. And yeah, deflected from Loser. It goes out for a throw. Charlotte says, let's hope the second half is better than the first. I certainly hope so. And Josh says, yes, James, looks like 3 matches out for Irankunda, according to SofaScore. I did think so. I did think so. If you are from Morocco watching this, it seems like we do have a few Moroccans in here now. Spam the Morocco flag emoji in chat so we can see how many of you there are. So if you are Moroccan, if you can understand me, spam the Morocco flag on YouTube. And we'll see how many of you there are. I will not outbid you, Oliver. I will not outbid you. I only went to hospitality earlier this season because I was gifted it. I wouldn't pay for it myself. I pay enough money for my season ticket already. So, yeah, I don't want to pay any more for hospitality. Oh, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of nighttime games. My energy starts to tail off in the second half. I get a little bit sleepy at this time of night. So, yeah, what we need is a few Watford goals to lift my spirits. But yeah, just showing a replay of this first Watford chance in the second half. Good work by Boller, Georgie and Loser. Unfortunate that shot was blocked. It is expensive, Charlotte. Yeah, Sky Sports Plus, Oliver, tonight. I think there's a couple of Carabao Cup matches as well. Or there might be one match today, one tomorrow. I know Arsenal and Chelsea are playing at the Emirates Stadium this evening. And that is why I'm not paid to be a footballer, Fwog. I'm good at running. I can run quite far, but in terms of kicking a ball, I'm not that great. I'm not up to the level. Sam says who has been the better side? Certainly Watford, I would say for sure. And that's not me being biased. We've had the better opportunities. Which game are you looking at, Melanie, for hospitality? The guy who sits next to me at Watford, David, is turning 60 in February. And for the Ipswich match, he's brought out an entire box. So, yeah, David next to me has brought out the box at Watford. I think it's cost him, well over £1,000, I believe. But, yeah, it's for his 60th as well. So, yeah, I'd be interested to find out which match you're doing that for, Melanie. Why not treat yourself? You only live once, of course. Yeah, when I did hospitality earlier this season, it was in the View, and yeah, as I said, lovely stuff, lovely 3-course meal. Waiters are all very nice, staff all friendly. I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, we've had a few people say that, Sam, tonight. You've had a few Middlesbrough fans pop into chat. We'll try our best, Sam. We will try our best. I can't influence things from my bedroom, but positive affirmations. Fingers crossed, touch wood. I'm doing all the right things, Sam. No, they didn't. They didn't have steak when I was there. I had this. It was like this. I can't remember what it was. It was like a beef dish. It was really nice. And then for pudding, we had a Guinness chocolate fudge cake, whippy ice cream, soft serve ice cream, unlimited drinks. We could have whatever drinks we wanted as well. Yeah, it was nice. It was good. And then the starters, actually, there wasn't just one starter. You could, there was like a selection of starters you could go in and choose from, which was good. No, not a beef Wellington. I've got a photo of it on my phone actually. I can't remember the name of the dish. I've never had a beef Wellington, Oliver. I'd love to I'd love to try one. I just don't eat in posh enough places to have beef Wellington. And I know they're quite difficult to make at home, like rolling it up in the pastry. It takes quite a long time from what I gather. Back to the football though. Here come Hull City. Nice bit of play. Shot from distance, and what a save by Egil Selvik again. 2 huge saves already in this game from the Watford goalkeeper. And that is a corner for Hull City. I apologise, Charlotte. I apologise. You know what? I'll wait for a break in play and I'll try and get a photo of what I had up actually. Let me go back. Is it on here? Can't seem to find it. Look at everyone trying to guess the food I had. I've got no idea. I can't actually find the photo on my phone either. So yeah, ask me again on the next stream and I'll hopefully have an answer for you. I think they change the menu every week, so it's not the same food. Not the same food every week. Not a lasagna, not a lasagna. Not a stroganoff, not a stroganoff, George. Funny. Okay, another chance for Hull City here. Let's get back to the football, guys. Enough about food. If we start losing by a few, then we'll forget about the football. But we want Watford to win. Come on, come on. No, not a pie. Not a pie. My brother, who was with me, had the pie. There was like a fish pie they had. That's what my younger brother had. Yeah, I had the beef dish. Spag bowl? No, not spag bowl. I can't remember myself, so I don't know why you guys are still asking. I can't actually remember what it is myself. But it was beef. Funny. Yeah, we haven't got a home game for a while, have we? I think it's kind of the end of the month. Is it like the 24th of Feb until our next home game? So yeah, quite a while to wait until we're back at Vicarage Road, unfortunately. Oliver says he'd love a Selvik goal like the Benfica goalkeeper. God, what a moment that was. I'm sure lots of you saw that on social media. Obviously, the Benfica goalkeeper scoring to keep them in the Champions League. Unbelievable scenes. Jose Mourinho very happy as well, of course. I do like Jose. I know he has a lot of critics, but I think is top class. His box office, I really do like Jose Mourinho. Georgie Tate loses the ball in a dangerous position, unfortunately. Here come Hull City. McBurney down the right, cuts it back. Really good interception there from Small Mendy. He is, George. He's doing well. Javi's reasoning for not using Small Mendy was his physicality, but I always found that to be nonsense in my opinion. He's a very experienced player. He's been in France for a long time. He played a lot of matches at Leicester in the Premier League as well. Selvik comes for the cross from the Hull City corner, drops it, and luckily reclaims it quite comfortably. Frog says, get Jose to Watford. It'd never come to us, Frog. It'd never come to us, ever. Within a day, he would tell the Pozzos to do one, Jose Mourinho. Georgie Tate cuts inside, shoots from distance, claimed very comfortably by Pandor in goal. Oliver said, I already booked the playoffs off work when we had that run. Hope we get there or I've wasted your holiday. Well, I'm sure you can cancel the holiday now, Oliver, if you can. I'm sure most workplaces will let you cancel as long as it's not too last minute. So yeah, who knows? Let's see what will happen. Here's loser, big chance, Mama now. I tell you what, our final ball just hasn't been good enough. Kayembe now, edge of the box. Hull City come away with it, and they look to counter. It's end to end at the MKM at the moment. Here's Gelhardt. Good defended by the Hornets. Ad says we'll take a point here, even though we have been the better side. I want to win. It's our game in hand. If we win this, we're kind of back on track for the season, even though we have been in a chaotic spell as a club. If we win this and somehow win at the weekend, we're kind of back in that top 6 mix, which seems crazy to say, but yeah, we are still kind of in and around the playoff potential. Josh says, I think we need to see K9 come on for Doumbia. He's not getting himself into it as much now. I'm not sure Luca would do any better personally, Josh, but I kind of see what you're saying, I suppose. Oliver. I've been there a few times. I love it. I do love it there. That's a good job you've got. Loser. Shoots. Another decent strike from Imran Loser. Goes wide again. At least we're having attempts on goal, though. That is true, Sam. That is true. I would say so, Charlotte. I would say so. So do you make it for, like, staff, Oliver? Or are you making it for just, like, visitors to Harry Potter? Are you like the staff chef, or are you like doing food for like everyone who visits. Who do I fancy coming into our wonderful circus, says Ads. I assume you mean the manager. I mean, we kind of discussed this earlier. The favourites from the bookies are Cifuentes. Oh no, I think Stephen Mthuni could be sent off here. He's been yellow carded already. Oh. Yeah, Mthuni makes a challenge. Sorry, I just needed to interrupt myself. I wasn't paying attention. So Mthuni makes a challenge. The referee gives a foul. He's yellow carded already. I saw the referee reaching into his pocket, and I thought, kind of, oh no, he's being sent off. Luckily, he was just getting out the kind of the magic spray they use for the free kicks they put on the ground. But yeah, Mthuni needs to be careful. Maybe there needs to be a change made there. Kevin Caben to come on, foremost Mendy potentially. But yeah, Mthuni probably quite lucky there. No, not another red card, Charlotte. Don't worry. I thought the referee was going to give it. Probably was a second yellow. The customers and the new fine dining area. I've not been, Oliver, since before COVID, and I know they've added quite a lot to the studio since then. So I do need to come back. It's just quite an expensive day out, isn't it? But I would love to get back to Warner Bros. Oh, Josh, your ex works at Harry Potter Studios as well. Maybe Oliver knows her. Maybe Oliver knows her. Oh dear, it's funny. Describe the dish, James. I can't really describe it to you. Let me see if I can find the photo. I thought I had a photo in my camera roll, but I clearly didn't. I'm just scrolling up. I'll see if I can find it. It's a long time ago. Let me have a look. No, I can't find it. My brother was with me, so yeah, next time I speak to my brother, I'll ask him. Yeah, you're all very interested in what I had to eat. 30% discount. That sounds good, Oliver. I think I might take you up on that. It's good. I really enjoyed it, actually. The first time I went to that Harry Potter thing was on a school trip back in like 2015, I think it was. 2015, 16 potentially. And it had just opened then. And then I went for a second time. But I've not been for about 5 years or so. And I would love to get back at some point. So Hull City making some substitutions. Watford haven't made a change just yet. We are on the 60th minute mark now. It is weird seeing Gosling coach Loser. Were they in the same team, actually, Gosling and Loser? I can't remember, because Gosling played in the promotion side under Zisco, didn't he? Was Loser with us then? I can't remember. Oh dear. Deary me. I'm getting a bit restless now. I kind of want a goal to break the ice. He's off Mane Mama. Does really well. Hull City win back the ball. How many people have we got tuning in now? I can't see on my screen today, so I'm only relying on you guys. If you are new around here, don't forget to hit subscribe. You can do so for free by clicking the button down below, and make sure to leave a thumbs up as well for all of the latest Watford news, previews, reactions, interviews, the lot. We've got you covered here on the Watford Way, and you can follow us across all social platforms as well. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we're on TikTok as well. So yeah, plenty to find us on. Over 100 now. Great numbers. Great numbers. Love that. Thank you, Duck Father. Appreciate that. Melanie says, looking tired, need changes. Well, we went through the subs bench at half-time. Quadwo's there. Of course, Bar is a real impact sub on his day. Semedo, Luka Kiramgard, Josh, cool to him to come on earlier. Selvit punches from this whole City set piece. Watford struggled to get clear here. Come on, Watford, hoof it up the pitch. Ah, VJ, that's very kind. Thank you so much. Auntie Angie has a membership. Congratulations, as does Roger, Hobbytown, Neil, and Big Marvin as well. They're allocated randomly by YouTube. I have no control over who gets them. But yeah, thank you, VJ, for that. Really appreciate it. Here's Imran Loser. Ball into the box. Just no one there. Watford need to commit more people forward, really. Georgie. Oh, big chance, Loser. Oh, what a block. What a block. Oh, my God. What a block. That was surely going to be a goal. Massive chances for Watford. And if we lose this, it's been a good performance, but we only really have ourselves to blame. Great defending by Hull. And, wow. What a chance. Oliver has been a member for 3 months. We really appreciate that, Oliver. Thank you so much. Are you a season ticket holder, Oliver? I don't think I've ever asked you. I know you do get to a few matches, but yeah, I'm not sure if you're a season ticket holder or not. Oh, Kevin Caben coming on, says Josh. You must be slightly ahead of me. I don't trust Kevin Caben. I do worry slightly whenever he touches the ball of late. Oh, Jeremy Petrie is getting an appearance as well. Yes! The forgotten man, Jeremy Petrie, has returned. Goodness gracious me. So Stefan Mfuni, the Manchester City left back, is off. He's on a yellow card. He's probably been a bit lucky with the referee's decision. He comes off for Kevin Caben. Jeremy Petrie is coming on. I've not seen for who yet. I will keep you updated. Petrie on for Ngakia. So yeah, a straight swap there for both positions really. Caben slots into centre back and Jeremy Petrie over at right back. Oh, Melanie, you've been a member for over a year. You're probably one of our longest channel members actually, Melanie. Thank you so much. Josh, I think I need Google Translate, my friend. I don't understand German. I was going to try and say that, but I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. I don't want to butcher it. Alex says, bring on Bar and get some pace on. I suppose Jeremy Petrie can offer that. Maybe Bar just isn't up to standard in training because it seems to be an ongoing issue now. I know kind of we all call for #FreeBar, etc. But yeah, he's not started today. Is it a fitness thing? Is it an attitude thing? I suppose we'll never know. But yeah, when I spoke to Bar here on the channel last season, it was a really good interview. He seemed like a lovely lad, really down to earth. I'm surprised to see him out of the team like he has been this season. 8 years, Oliver. Love that. Love that. Here's Jeremy Petrie bombing in down. Here we go. Oh, what a miss. What a miss. Open goal. Open goal. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Jeremy Petrie with a really great run down the right-hand side. Oh, for goodness sake. We should have scored. That's poor from Loser, I've got to say. What a run this is by Jeremy Petrie. Oh, that's poor. That is poor from Imran Loser, I can't lie. He's got to be burying that. He's got to be burying that. What a chance. An open goal. It's an open... Literally, get that on target and you score. Get that on target and you score. Loser's holding his shoulder now as well. What a shame. What a shame. I'm a bit worried that we've had all these chances and we'll go on to lose the game. I don't want to be a pessimist, but I've got that feeling. What a chance by Imran Loser. Really good work by Jeremy Petrie as well. I can't believe he hasn't been used under Javi Gracia. It's such a shame. He's a real good player, and yeah, what a chance that is. A clear-cut opportunity, you would argue. I'm just watching it again here in the replay. A really good cutback, and Loser puts it wide. I mean, he's kicking himself there, Imran Loser, the Watford captain. Really annoying. I'll put my AirPods back in now. Dan says, how's Jez and Mfuni doing? They've both been taken off. They've both been taken off, Dan. I've just had a text from David, who sits next to me at Watford. He said, how on earth are we not winning this game? I don't know either, David. I don't know. Oh, what a shame. Huge chance. Massive missed opportunity. We deserve to win. We really do deserve to win. But ultimately in football, it's a game of goals. If you don't put your chances away, you know, you leave yourself vulnerable. It's very simple. I'm stating the obvious, but that's the truth. We do owe them payback, Alex. It has been, you know, it's been bubbling away in the background, this game, for a few weeks, and I'm sure the Watford players, you know, want to get a victory today as well. I don't get food at half time, so yeah, usually, Oliver, we eat before the game at Vicarage Road. I don't often buy anything in the stadium, no. "20 minutes to go. Still 0-0 at the MKM Stadium. And we're one subscriber away from our goal for today's stream as well. So if you haven't already, please do hit the button down below and you would make me very, very happy. Here's Petrie, Marma into the box. Goes past everyone and out for a Watford corner. Oh, come on, please, please, please. I'm desperate for a win. It's been too long. It's been over a month since Watford last won a game. All the way back on the 1st of Jan at home to Birmingham City. The Tom Ince hat-trick, what a day that was. And it's gone downhill since then. So yeah, I'm desperate for a Watford win. Here's Georgie Shatfatatse taking this corner. Come on. Oh. Well, I tell you what, Hull City are defending well today. They really are. Lewis Kumas is on now. He's looking to drive at Jeremy Petrie. Petrie does really well. He's made a real impact since he's come onto the pitch. What channel am I on? I am on Sky Sports Plus. Yeah, they televise most midweek championship games in the UK. Quadwo Bar set to come on. I've just seen him on the touchline, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, Quadwo Bar coming on for the last 20 minutes. Come on, come on. Eugene says keep the faith for a Watford win. Yeah, Quadwo Bar coming on. Let's see who he will replace. I imagine, I mean, maybe Mamadou Doumbia, but I imagine it'll be Othmane Marma. Seems like there's lots of you in chat who have bet on the game so far. Lots of you asking if Hull or Watford are going to score. I would never bet on Watford. I've never bet on a football match in my life. Maybe I'm crazy, but no, I've never done like an ACCA or a bet on Watford to win or lose. Favourite place to eat in Watford? It's quite unhealthy, so we don't have it too often. But I love, especially for a nighttime match, Oliver, a cheeky Five Guys. So yeah, if Watford play under the lights midweek, yeah, we do love a Five Guys. Quite expensive though. It's like 16 quid for a burger and fries, but it's such good quality. I love it. I love it so much. And it's really nice atmosphere in there as well. Nice and chilled out. WATCHALONG bar.
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
could you try again?
My watch speaking to me. Yeah, WATCHALONG bar and Luca Kiramgard coming on now. So Josh Lewis, you have your wish. Luca Kiramgard is coming on. So I assume it will probably be Mama off, WATCHALONG on, and then Doumbia off, and Luca Kiramgard on is what I would guess here. Hull City making another change as well. I set it to the lowest setting possible, so you shouldn't get them too regularly, Melanie. I have got it set to like the lowest thing possible, so hopefully it's not too disruptive. But it is out of my control, unfortunately. But it is set on like the lowest thing possible. There is a very high setting where you would get adverts every like 3 minutes. But yeah, I've got it set on the lowest thing possible. Hopefully it's not too bad for you. I can look at it if it does become frustrating, of course. I agree, Nathan, and that's why it was so silly for him to get sent off in the first place. He's a real great asset to have, especially with his pacing behind. And with this being so open, you're absolutely spot on. He would have done really well in this game. Yeah, it is expensive, Oliver, isn't it? Yeah, so as I thought, Mamadou Doumbia being taken off here. Luca Kiramgard coming on. And let's see who Bar is coming on for. Georgie Shatfatatse. So off Mane Mama stays on the pitch. Obviously managing Georgie's minutes still, I imagine. WATCHALONG Bar comes on. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put it on to reward all our subscribers. We'll put the stream on subscriber only mode for the last 15-20 minutes or so. Let me get that changed. Here come Hull City in behind. Jeremy Petrie, good recovery pace. He looks to pass back to Selvik. There we go. We're in subscriber only mode now. So only the real ones can talk in chat. Well done, Egil Selvik. Now the question is, 15 minutes to go, obviously plus whatever time is added on. Would you take the draw? It's 0-0. Would you take the draw? Is that a good result for you, or actually in the grand scheme of things, does that just leave us back where we were really? I think we need to go for the win. If I was Dan Gosling, Charlie Daniels, Adrian Mariappa, I'd go for it. I would absolutely go for it. I ate there, Oliver, when I was probably only about 8 or 9 years old. My parents took me. It's been shut down for years and years and years. Nothing's ever replaced it in the shopping centre, but I did used to go there when I was younger, yeah. Ethan agrees with me. No, we need the win. Absolutely. And yeah, the Ipswich Portsmouth game was cancelled again today, which must be so frustrating for them. So this was, of course, a rearranged fixture they were playing, and it's been cancelled again. So yeah, they'll have to rearrange the rearranged game. That's quite a funny situation for Ipswich and Pompey. It's been shut for years, Oliver. I think it was shut before COVID. Big chance for Hull. Miller offside. Hashtag bring it back, says Oliver, for sure. Nathan says, draw, not the end of the world. 3 points off the playoffs. Just need to stay in and around that area. Yeah, I just feel we've had so many missed opportunities this season. Like the Sheffield Wednesday game at Vicarage Road was a massive frustration for me. Wrexham away, obviously they are a good side, but you know, probably should have won that as well. You know, there's so many other fixtures. Preston at home, Blackburn at home on the Elton John kind of celebration day. You know, we lost that. We probably should have won on paper. So yeah, there's been a few missed opportunities this season. Here's Quadway Bar. What a run from him. And Watford have a free kick in a really good position here. Quadway Bar, what a run. Good work from KB. And the free kick is in a perfect position, right in the centre of the goal, just outside the box. You can have a right footer and a left footer over this. The goalkeeper doesn't really know what side to commit to. It's perfect. It's Nestri Irankunda territory, but unfortunately, he's obviously not on the pitch. So yeah, I don't know who's going to take this. Maybe you'd assume Imran Loser potentially. He does have it in his locker. I've never been to Morley's actually. I know there's one. I think there's one on like the other side of town towards the college end. I believe, George. I should try it one day actually, but yeah, I've never been there. I think the Watford one has bad reviews though. I kind of don't want to get food poisoning from their chickens, so I'm a bit worried, George. If you can assure me it's okay, then maybe I'll give it a go. Exactly, Magnus. Where is Nestri when you need him? Off-man Mama and Loser are standing over this. So 2 Moroccans over our free kick. Loser takes it. And the whole City wall does its job. Oh, dear. What's my creams order? I've not been in there for a long time, actually, Oliver. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like a nice waffle. I do enjoy like a waffle with like brownies and ice cream. Like an American style waffle, of course. 10 minutes to go. I'm getting tired now. It's that point of the late night watch longs where I start flagging for energy. I should bring snacks with me next time. Actually, it would make more sense. I'd love to try that VJ. Actually, I have considered it lately. It's expensive, but yeah, I would love to try the Grove buffet. Never, Alfie. Never. I saw Pieface try one on one of his vlogs. That is signed, yeah. So that shirt behind me is signed by the FA Cup final team we had in 2019. And I got that for my 18th birthday. So yeah, it is signed by everyone. You probably can't make out any signatures from here. It's probably too blurry, but yeah, it is a signed shirt. It's signed. Oh, too expensive, Oliver. Not for a watch along. I only get it on the occasional match day. What are we thinking then? Still 0-0. Is there a late winner in this? Lundstrom's come on, a very experienced midfielder. He used to be at Sheffield. Is it Sheffield United? John Lundstrom used to be at. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, a really experienced pro. Here's Quadway Bar. Oh, nice ball into the box by Quadwo. Well defended by Hull City. Thank you, Duckfather. Appreciate that. Favourite food at Wetherspoons. I don't eat in Wetherspoons very often. I know it's good value though. I know it's good value. But no, I'm not. I'm not a frequent visitor, Eugene. My nan goes in there quite a lot for cheap food whenever she's out and about. But not for me. Not for me, Eugene. I'm afraid. I don't want to offend you, but I'd rather eat elsewhere, to be honest. And just for the fans that travelled up to Hull as well, I mean, I think it was like a 5-6 hour journey. The coaches left at about 1 p.m. today. You know, they should be rewarded with a goal, really. I'm not sure if they actually ever received compensation, whether that be kind of food vouchers or free refreshments. I don't know if any of you guys know anyone who went up to Hull today, but I've not had any messages suggesting that was provided to them, which is a shame, I've got to say. Just because of how inconvenient that rearranged fixture was, 15 minutes before kickoff. Such a farce, really. Oh dear. Come on, Watford. Come on, Luca. Press harder. Come on, work harder. I don't like Luca Kiramgard's body language sometimes. I do feel he's quite lethargic, unfortunately. Really wide gaps now between our midfield and defence. Here come Hull. Kumas on the ball. Coyle on the overlap. Well defended by Mark Bowler. Norwich on repeat. I assume you're saying you want a late winner here, Oliver. How many minutes do I think will get added on? Oh, how many minutes do I think will get added on today? I'm going to say 4 minutes, Eugene, will get added on in today's game. I reckon. That's my guess. And yeah, keep an eye out over the next couple of days as well. I assume tomorrow and Thursday we'll get a bit more insight on who our next head coach could be potentially, which will be, well, I say exciting. It's going to be fascinating. I don't think I'm that excited for it, being on our third head coach of the season. But yeah, I imagine next 24, 48 hours will prove crucial for that. Yeah, loser, I would say. Mark Bowler is up there as well, Duck Father for us. I think with loser, he's dropped off after Christmas, which is a shame. But yeah, he's probably up there. I think Matty Pollock as well has to be a rogue shout for player of the season too. He's got a real impact on how strong we are defensively. Here's a Banquer. Really good ball progression from James Banquer. That's a foul. Surely, referee. Yellow card as well. Thank you very much. Ollie McBurney brings down a Banquer on the halfway line. I think the Watford players wanted the advantage. The referee has booked him instead. Yes, it's a real rumour, Oliver. I mean, he's not going to get the job. You know, the rumour is Deeney said on TalkSport he would take the job if offered it. So yeah, it's just really quotes from an interview he did on a radio station. But yeah, as we discussed earlier before you joined, Oliver, I don't think I would want Deeney in charge of Watford. Maybe in like a coaching capacity, who knows, that could work. But certainly not as the main head coach. We're approaching squeaky bum territory now, guys. Here's Quadwo Bar, centre of the park, looking to drive at his man. Lovely ball to Kayembe. Get a shot away, Eddie. Get a shot away. Oh, Kayembe. Really good footwork by Edu Kayembe. Edge of the box. We've had chances. I mean, we've really put a good whole side to the sword here today. They've looked really panicked defensively at times. Yeah, really poor shot there by Edo in the end, but great footwork to get into that position. He does have that in his locker, and yeah, he drags the shot wide in the end. Here's Kumas, well defended by Small Mendy. Pat Mendy in midfield. Good to see him get a run out today. I'll be devastated if there's a late hole winner here. We don't deserve to lose. We really don't. And I would feel so much for the coaching staff and, you know, most notably, of course, the Watford supporters who have gone all that way. They probably won't be getting home until about kind of 2:30, 3 a.m, I would imagine, after the game. So long old trip. And yeah, let's hope it is a Norwich situation and, you know, there is a late winner in this for us. Ball into the box. Watford head clear. Slater, edge of the penalty area for Hull. Looks to get a shot away. Watford close him down. And Watford have possession. Thank goodness. Playing out from the back. Absolutely stupid. We give the ball straight back to Hull. And there's a minute left of normal time. Let's see how much is added on. I went for 4 minutes. Someone else went for 6. I reckon 4 or 5 is probably about right for today's game. 14 shots by Watford, only 5 for Hull. 2 on target for us. 60% possession as well throughout the match. Here's Imran Louza marauding forward. Bar in space in the right-hand side. Here's Quadwo Bar into the box. Evades all Watford players. And here come Hull City. It's end-to-end at the moment. So open, the Watford midfield at the moment here. And here come Hull City. Ball into the box. And Selvic's got it, thankfully. And we are in the 90th minute now. How much is added on? 6 minutes added on. Eugene, you were right. 6 minutes added on. They've showed up today. They didn't before. I mean, you are right, Melanie. Here's off Mane Mama. Come on, Mama. Come on. Produce a bit of magic for us. We need it. The fans need it. Here's Mark Bowler. Loser. Oh, is that a corner? No, it's a goal kick. Come on, Loser. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, Loser with kind of a chipped attempt. Not sure if that's a cross or a shot. A bit of both, really. And yeah, over the Hull City crossbar. And here's Kayembe. Here comes Edu. Again, Quadwo Bar in lots of space. He's got the ball. Take on your man, Quadwo, and have a shot. Oh. And it's a corner. It's a Watford corner. Come on. Well done, Quadwo. Good impact from him. Oh. Where's a Semedo winner where you need one? Well, let's see. Let's see. Hopefully someone else will pop up with the goods today, Alex. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Can Watford pick up all 3 points? Come on, come on. Here's the corner. Oh, God, I'm nervous. Loser with the corner. He takes it onto the penalty spot. Headed clear by McBurney. He's got his head on absolutely everything today. Here's Mama trying to turn away from his man. Over on the left. And Hull City have possession. Come on, Watford. We've been far and away the better side, I've got to say. Banquer, poor touch. Hull City throw. About 3.5 minutes to play. I mean, the Watford fans in the away end looking pretty glum, but we have, we are playing against an informed Hull side, and we have looked like the better team. Oh, here come Watford. We win possession again. Here's Mama, loser, looking to find Kiramgard. Poor touch. Oh. Here's Small Mendy. You can thank BJ for that, Roger. He gifted 5 memberships earlier in the stream. Here's Quadwo Bar. Looks to get the ball in. Luka Kiramgard running across the near post. Hull City clear. 3 minutes left in this one. Would I say 2 points dropped or 1 gained? I'd say 2 dropped, Oliver. With the chances we've had, especially the loser one from the Petri run. It's got to be scoring that. So, yeah, there's still time, though. There's still time. Stay positive. But as it stands, I would say 2 points dropped. And what's the point in this? I mean, this is just stupid. There's a last substitution here for Watford. Tom Ince coming on for the last minute or so. What's the point? I mean, what a waste of time. Off Mane Mama coming off. Bit of an odd one, to be honest with you. I mean, we had the momentum there and we've made a substitution. So I'm a bit confused at that. Maybe Charlie Daniels has gone, you know what, let's just settle for the draw. Here's loser. Mark Bowler. Looking to find Luke Kiramgard. Come on, Caben, attack that ball. That's it. Small Mendy. Oh, that's not a foul, referee. I mean, that will probably be it now. There's a minute left. Hull City free kick. I'm disappointed. I mean, I shouldn't be disappointed because the performance is much improved. But, yeah, a minute to go. Hull City free kick. I think that'll be it for Watford, to be honest with you. No problem, Sam. Appreciate that. We're here most weeks covering Watford. We missed the occasional one, but we are here the majority of the time. Melanie gifting 5 memberships as well. Really appreciate that, Melanie. And yeah, I can see Andrew's been gifted one, as has Ian Crete, Watford James, RS, and Dino as well. Really appreciate that, Melanie. And thanks for tuning in once again. 30 seconds left to play. Yeah, a lot to break down after this game. Here come Hull City, though. Well defended by Jeremy Petrie. Here's Thomas Ince on the ball, the hat-trick hero from the Birmingham City win. And surely the referee is going to blow up any moment now. Ball into the box, towards the back post. And that's going to be a corner to Hull. We have reached the 96th minute, but the referee is going to let Hull City take this corner. Is the inevitable going to happen? Are they going to snatch it at the death? It would be so disappointing if they do. Here we go. I'm preparing myself for disappointment. Hull City with the corner. This will be the last chance of the game. And here it comes. Towards the back post. Headed down. And Selvik claims. And that's it. The referee blows his whistle. Hull City 0. Watford 0. Let's stop the timer. Firstly, a massive credit to Charlie Daniels, Dan Gosling and Adrian Mariappa. They really put in a good showing there as interim head coaches, and a credit to all Watford fans that made the long, cold journey, the long, cold and rainy journey up north to Hull today. Imran Loser had by far and away the biggest chance. We saw him stick a few of them away earlier this season. It was very similar actually to his goal he scored away at Ipswich, if you remember that. The cutback from Jeremy Petrie, a really good run from him. Loser should have slotted away. He didn't do so on this occasion. But with Drew here with a very, very classy and good championship side. Hull City going into this, I think, had won 4 or 5 games on the spin. They were looking to maybe make inroads on them automatic promotion places. And Watford have picked up a valiant point on the road. The Watford fans applauding their players in the away end. Charlie Daniels is telling all the players to go over and say hello to the fans, which is good to see. Where do we go from here? Southampton this weekend. Look, we could have Daniels, Goslin and Mariappa in charge for that one. Equally, a new head coach could be in the building. Who knows? It may have been arranged behind the scenes already. But I think as fans, given the chaos and nonsense around our club within the past few weeks and months, we can be proud and quite pleased with that performance. So I think I'll leave it there. I'll just read through a few of your final comments before I go. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. But yeah, some real positives. I thought Petrie was really good. Small Mendy in midfield made an impact as well. Where has he been? It's just not been used by Javi Gracia. And as VJ says here, decent performance, not out of the race yet. Jordan says Watford deserved the win, but a point is a point. A good result away from home against an in-form side. Alex says, listen, I ain't disappointed. A point's a point and not a bad result after what we've had this week. Yeah, it's been a tiring week. For me anyway, you know, talking about everything, but I'm sure for everyone associated with Watford, it's been quite draining. Melanie says, yeah, in the circumstances, this is a positive. Mark says, Mendy's best performance for us. I would say so, Mark, actually. Yeah, really good from Small Mendy in midfield. He was very tenacious, covered a lot of ground. A bit like N'Golo Kante, if I'm to compare him. A crapper version of N'Golo Kante. And yeah, Goslin, Doyley and... Goslin, Mariappa and Charlie Daniels, they're applauding the Watford fans, which is exactly what we want to see. We want to see that from our interim head coaches. So, yeah, the stadium's empty and the players are walking off the pitch. Watford come away with a point. We stop the rut, you would hope. And a difficult game against Southampton to come at the weekend. That's also on Sky Sports, a 12:30 kickoff. I don't know if I'm going to be here for that, actually. I'm a bit unsure if I'll be here for that match. But yeah, hopefully I can be. Stephen Mfuni as well. I mean, let's talk about him quickly. What did we think about his performance? A 17-year-old centre-back from Manchester City. Yes, he was taken off when he was on the yellow card, but I thought he did really, really well. He had a couple of chances from set pieces. 2 on another day, he maybe gets a couple of goals, a 17-year-old. So, yeah, all in all, really... not really pleased, but glad we've stopped what was a negative run of form. And yeah, as I said, you know, the question mark now really is over who our next head coach will be. Do Watford potentially even stick with the 3 we have now? Obviously, Tom Cleverley come in and was given the job full-time after a few games. Maybe that happens again here. I doubt it. You know, knowing what Gino Pozzo is like, they'll hire a random man from Estonia we've never heard of. You know, it's not out of the question, is it? But yeah, I'm just watching the replays from the game now. Sky showing the massive opportunities for Watford. Georgie had a couple. Loser certainly did. I mentioned Stephen Mfuni as well. I thought it was perfectly fine. You know, if Watford had been on a better run, I think you take the draw away from Hull City. Away to Hull City, but because we've been so poor of late, it still feels quite deflating to not walk away with all 3 points. The Big Marvin says, I think promotion is out of the question and it's the case of preparing for next year. Josh says, personally think this was the best we've seen a Banquer play in almost a year. He's stepping up in Pollock's absence. Roman says a much better team performance. Okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. I don't want to keep waffling on for too long. Thank you so much for watching, and a big shout out to both Melanie and VJ as well for their contributions to the stream today. As I said, I'll be back here covering all of the latest Watford news, whether that's a preview ahead of the weekend or the next potential head coach. We'll have it covered for you here on the Watford Way on YouTube and across all our social platforms as well. Man of the match today. Who do I give that to? I think Egil Selvik made a couple of saves. Stephen Infuni was very good. But I'm gonna say Georgie Shapfatadze is my man of the match. He's gone under the radar in this one, but I think when he was on the pitch, he put in a top class performance. So yeah, between Selvik and Georgie Shapfatadze, and yeah, I think Georgie just edges it for me. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe, leave a massive thumbs up on the stream, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.